All right, we're live here on Monday morning in the nation's capital. And in the news, overnight there was a attack in London, and this is being treated as a terrorist attack at this point in time, but a van uh, drove into a crowd of pedestrians outside a London mosque, injuring 10 people, killing one. Driver was detained by the crowd until police arrived. Not really sure what the motive is at this point. Just could be a hatred of Muslims in general. Uh, who knows? Maybe a reaction to ISIS attacks on London recently. We'll have to just wait and see what happens there. But it definitely keeps London on edge. It's a terrible attack. These types of things, shouldn't be happening, but they're very hard to prevent unless you really just lock down your city, and that just doesn't seem to be very feasible at all. Also in the news, Megyn Kelly interviewed Alex Jones last night, InfoWars Alex Jones. Lots of criticism before the interview about interviewing Jones and giving him a platform, considering that he's highly inaccurate, very inflammatory, and very controversial. But a lot of people chimed in on Twitter and thought that the interview actually went pretty well, that Kelly held Jones's feet to the fire, and that he did not explain himself very well with the issues surrounding Sandy Hook, which he's tried to debunk as just kind of as a fake event and things like that. And so there's a huge credibility problem with Alex Jones, and the problem there too is that does it establish more credibility to interview him no matter what he says, even if you do discredit him along the way? We'll have to wait and see what the net results are, see if it helps Kelly's ratings, or did a lot of people decide to boycott it because of that? It's hard to really tell from the ratings of her show because they're pretty poor at this point, and just showing that NBC may have made a big mistake in trying to create this show, but they may get some vindication with last night's Kelly Jones interview, but we'll have to wait and see whether or not that actually comes true or not. Sheriff David Clark, accepted a position with the administration, apparently has decided to withdraw. It's just taking too long, as is the case with many appointees, well behind the Obama administration level at this point in time. The media is sniping at the Trump administration for this slow pace, but there may be other factors involved that even those who work in government and have seen things move faster may not realize the whys and wheres of what's going on here with all of this. Congratulations to Brooks Koepka, tied a U.S. Open record, 16 under par, won the U.S. Open. Door was open when many of the top stars didn't make the cut, so we kind of knew we were going to have a new champion this year. Just didn't know where it was going to come from. But 27 years old, win $2 million. That's a pretty good payday. And hopefully helps. It costs a lot of money to stay on the tour, and if you finish at the lower rungs, you don't earn much, barely covering expenses if that. So this is much needed infusion for Brooks. And then finally, Bill O'Reilly. He was on tour, and reports out of that tour was that he's forming a production company, and so you may see him back on the air somewhere. Maybe he'll do it himself. I mean, he could use the platform here, what we're doing today of Twitter, could do Facebook Live, can use YouTube, all these different things to create content and channels. I'm sure people would flock to them, and then just figure out a way to make that work monetarily, which is really getting sponsorships or getting a network to come in there and pick them up. So who knows? All these things are possibilities down the line, I think. All right, well, have a great day. Hopefully you'll stay a little cool, and hope you had a great Father's Day yesterday as well. And stay safe, and we'll see you tomorrow.